Hello everybody, my name is Yurii Tverdokhlib. Today I'm going to present to you my project called Estimation of Visits, Popular Places in India by Tourists. Okay, shortly about project. This project is based on dataset which consists of specific data derived from users' reviews posted on holiday.iq.com about different types of places of interest in India. This dataset was filled with destination reviews published by 249 holiday.iq.com reviewers through March 2020. The main task in the project. The main purpose of this project is to obtain the following month-wise information for each district: estimated number of visits and visitors, by duration of stay, in essence, overnight and some day, by purpose, in essence, leisure and non-leisure, by place of stay, in case of overnight visitors, staying at accommodation units, staying with friends and relatives, staying in temporary structures like tented accommodations provided by charitable or other organizations. Profile of visitors, their expenditure pattern, purpose of visits, etc. Occupancy rates in accommodation units and their employment pattern. What is this necessary for? As far as we are concerned, tourism is an integral part of the economy. The impact of tourism on economic development is reflected in increased business activity and expansion of production of goods and services as a result of increased solvent demand at the expense of foreign and local excursions. From an economic point of view, the attractiveness of tourism as a service industry lies in a faster return of investment and income in freely convertible currencies. In many countries, tourism is among the top three leading sectors of the country, is developing at a rapid pace and its great social and economic importance. So if we know the tourist destinations that are in demand, it will help us to strengthen the economy, and if there are places that are not very attractive for tourists, then improve them. Relevance of the project. The relevance of the study is that it's a development issue. Tourism are among the top priorities in the economic recovery of the country. Implementation of strategic projects will allow for implementation appropriate restructuring of the tourism industry in relation to the directions of socio-economic life of the state, will give opportunity to target the population, government, management and business structures, and a comprehensive approach to ensuring the effective use of the advantages and opportunities of the domestic tourism sector due to the climatic conditions, national traditions, and historical features, taking into account the protection requirements, environment, and the preservation and enrichment of social heritage. Now I'm going to tell you about my dataset. Short information about dataset. Number of instances in dataset is 249 units. Associated tasks, classification, clustering. Number of web hits, 22,997. Published by reviewers on holiday.iq.com till March 2020. This dataset consists of 7 attributes. Reviewers pertaining to 6 categories among destinations across South India were reviewed, and the number of reviews in each category for each reviewer is recorded. Dataset features. Attribute information. Attribute 1. Unique user ID. Attribute 2. Number of reviews on stadium sport complex. Attribute 3. Number of reviews on religious institutions. Attribute 4. Number of reviews on beach, lake, river. Attribute 5. Number of reviews on theaters, exhibitions. Attribute 6. Number of reviews on malls, shopping places. Attribute 7. Number of reviews on park, picnic spots. It's instance of my dataset. Analogs. Ministry of Tourism compiles data on domestic and foreign tourist visits in the states UTS based on the information received from the state's UTS government. Such information as at states level is generally collected by state tourism departments on the basis of administrative records and returns. In many cases, the information supplied doesn't cover the same day visitors staying with friends and relatives, etc. Doubts have been also expressed by experts about the reliability of the data on domestic and foreign tourist visits released every year. Methodology: investigators collected the information from the accommodation units on a monthly basis. This information was collected every month for the preceding month. All classified hotels were surveyed and the 10% of the other accommodation units were surveyed. The other accommodation units were selected by using circular systematic sampling method. A structured questionnaire was used to capture the information. Estimation results Part 1. Based on the volume of leisure visitors in the district obtained from the survey and counting at destination and radius of non-leisure visitors obtained from the survey at entry divided by exit points of the district, the volume of the non-leisure visitors in the districts can be obtained, if following is the percentage distribution of domestic visitors obtained from exit point survey at District A, sample size equals to 1200 per quarter, obtained by pooling results of 3 months of a quarter. Estimation results Part 2. Now if 4500 is the estimated number of leisure visitors in District A, then 4500 would be akin to 55%. This implies 1% visitors approximately amount to 4500 divided by 55 and equals 82. We can thus estimate the monthly volume of different categories of non-leisure visitors in the following manner. Non-leisure visitors staying at hotels equals 82 multiplied by 3 and equals 246. Non-leisure visitors staying with friends and relatives and equals 82 multiplied by 12 and equals 984. Total no-leisure visitors equals 82 multiplied by 45 and equals 3690. Total visitors in district for the given month equals 4500 plus 3690 and equals 8190. Machine learning algorithms. Logistic regression. Strength. Output have a nice probabilistic interpretation and the algorithm can be regularized to avoid overfitting. Logistic models can be updated easily with new data using stochastic gradient descent. Weaknesses. Logistic regression tends to underperform where there are multiply or nonlinear decision boundaries. They are not flexible enough to naturally capture more complex relationships. Implementation: Python or R. K-means. Strengths. K-means is hands down the most popular clustering algorithm because it's fast, simple, and surprisingly flexible if you preprocess your data and engineer useful features. Weaknesses. The user must specify the number of clusters, which won't always be easy to do. In addition, if the true underlying clusters in your data are not globular, and K-means will produce poor clusters. Naive Bayes. Strength. Even though the conditional independence assumption rarely holds true, naive Bayes models actually perform surprisingly well in practice, especially for how simple they are. They're easy to implement and can scale with your dataset. Weaknesses. Due to their sheer simplicity, naive Bayes models are often beaten by models properly trained and tuned using the previous algorithms listed. Programming languages that can help us to implement machine learning algorithms. Best languages for machine learning. Machine learning scientists working on sentiment analysis prioritize Python 44% and R 11% more, and JavaScript 2% and Java 15% less than developers working on other areas. In contrast, Java is prioritized more by those working on network security, cyber attacks, and fraud detection, the two areas where Python is the least prioritized. Network security and fraud detection algorithms are built or consumed mostly in large organizations, and especially in financial institutions, where Java is a favorite of most internal development teams. Python. Python is considered to be in the first place in the list of all AI development languages due to the simplicity. The syntaxes belonging to Python are very simple and can be easily learned. Therefore, many AI algorithms can be easily implemented in it. Python takes short development time in comparison to other languages like Java, C++, or Ruby. Python supports object-oriented, functional, as well as procedure-oriented styles of programming. There are plenty of libraries in Python which make our task easier. R is one of the most effective languages and environment for analyzing and manipulating the data for statistical purposes. Using R, we can easily produce well-designed publication-quality plot, including mathematical symbols and formulae where needed. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.